So, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Let's turn some lights on here. So, before we start today's video, we've had a whole heap of new subscribers in the past couple of weeks, which has been awesome. So, just for the people that are new, my name's Josh. I'm 26 and I work here at Rothamsted Research. I've worked here since April 2020, so I started during lockdown. We've never really been out of lockdown, so it's been a bit of a strange experience, but yeah, it's about a 700-acre farm here in Northwick that we farm across 3 main sites, and it's a research institute, so there's a bit different from a normal farm. So these are all research cattle. There's 3 groups over here in 3 identical sheds. They get fed different types of grass. All their dung gets kept separate, and then they go out onto different types of grass on grazing in the spring and summer. But there's another video on that separate, so you can go and watch that one if you want. Back to what today's video is going to be on. We got a bit of an issue here with the dung middens. Now, as you can see, it's pretty well slurry with a little bit of silage and a little bit of straw mixed in. The reason for that is these guys are stood in their scrape passage now when they feed. That gets scraped out every morning into the midden, and of course that is just slurry, so it doesn't really stack very well. You can't keep it, and so after being in for a couple of months now, it's starting to seep forward out the front of the midden, which is becoming a bit of an issue, because when we bed up these cattle, we drive down the scrape passage with the straw chopper, and to get in there we've got to back into the midden, so it's getting covered in muck. It's not very good for it, and we're just making a mess. So the plan today is to clean out, if not all of them, just the first group here. There's 30 young cattle here and there's 8 older ones the other side. So we'll clean out these 30, mix all that straw dung in with that slurry, and then it will stack up against either the back wall or the side wall around the corner there, giving us space to scrape into and also to reverse the chopper into in the mornings. If I get time, I'll clean them all out because they could do with doing anyway. So that's why they look dirty. I've not bedded them this morning because I'm going to come back and clean them out in a minute. So I've just finished feeding up over here for this morning. I'm going to head back now and give John a hand at the main farm just to finish up there until coffee time. And then straight after coffee, we will be back over here. I'm going to bring the Manitou over to clean these out. We've got a loader tractor here. We've got a Massey 6470 with a loader on. But it's just going to be far easier with the Manitou for manoeuvrability to get in and out the posts. Also going to bring another load of straw over here because we're getting short, and a pallet of sugar beet, because we feed these cattle 30 kilos of sugar beet a day, and they also get sugar beet in their green feeds, which are like an outer parlour feeder. So apologies for the wind, but we'll get back and have a cup of coffee, and the next thing you'll see is us in the Manitou. So here is the trailer with the sugar beet and the straw on. There's 16 bales of straw and a 1-ton pallet of sugar beet on there. So I'm just going to strap that down and put it in the shed here because it's dry. And what we'll do is we'll stick the tractor on the front of this, and John will drive that over to the other farm for us, and we'll load up the pallet forks and the bucket and take over to the other farm so we can take this pallet off and clean out. We've only got 1 set of pallet forks between the 2 farms, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. So yeah, let's get some straps on. Right, we got it strapped down in the end. It was a bit challenging throwing that strap over 4 bales, but we managed it. I got straw in the mic, so that's ready to go now when we've had our coffee. So got to wash the dog because he's absolutely disgusting. He's having a mental 5 minutes. Right, coffee time. So guys, it is now the afternoon. We're cracking on with the muck. You can see I've made a good start in the first pen here. I've mixed all the slurry in, and the dry muck is there stacked in the midden. I haven't quite finished yet. I've got to do a bit of tidying up. Got a little bit here in the corner, so I have to reverse it and get that. And also a bit on the side there. The cattle are shut in the scrape passage, so what we'll do is we'll finish cleaning this out. I'll clean out the other group quickly as well, let them both back in, and then bed it all up with them in here. That post did not want to come out of the ground. I got this one and the one after it out, but that one wanted to stay there, so there it shall stay. It's taken me a little bit longer than I thought, just because it is so tight here with the machine. Obviously the Manitou's not exactly small. You see I've got a 15-foot gap where the panel would be there, and then I'll get around the corner here, and then I've got a lot of room here. This is fine, but getting in and out is just taking a bit longer. And yeah, you can see I haven't cleaned it perfectly along this side, and I won't, to be honest. It will stay like that. We're not cleaning them out because they need to be cleaned out desperately. They could have gone a fair while longer in here with the dung, but it was more to solve the slurry situation that was going on out there. So that's taking care of that. So we'll finish our dinner and crack on. Right, so we finished the first one. The middle pen there, I didn't clean them out because there wasn't a lot of slurry in there, Midden, so I've just mixed in what was there with some of the dry muck that was there. So we'll move on to this pen. There's actually more muck in this pen, so we'll give it a go. You'll see how tight it is for me to get it out, and yeah, we'll do a bit of filming. I just turned the lights on because it's getting a bit dark in here, so mid-afternoon now, but I'll just show you what I've done with the first half a dozen bucketfuls, and the technique that I got here for the Midden. So what I'm trying to do with the first few bucketfuls is just push solid stuff straight into that corner, and then what I'll do is I'll make a dam probably in line with the second post there along here of solid stuff, scoop that up and put a spoonful in or a bucketful in. And then for every one bucketful of slurry, I put a couple buckets of dry stuff and it will just soak it all up. And we'll work along like that, and then eventually we'll end up with one bay full of dung along there, hopefully. For whatever reason, in this shed over here, the posts are just absolutely solid. I think we had to push on them with a handler to get them in. You can see this gate here is missing its nuts on the end of its hangings. So there's no good that being there, so I will remove it. Of course, there's a split pin on the top. My pocket knife might not have won me the bail off challenge, but got me out of trouble there with the split pin. So we'll take as much of this dung as we can. We'll get it away from the post and we'll see if it's loose. If not, we might have to persuade it out with the bucket. And then we'll just drive right up through that, get all that out, and then we're bedding back up. pretty well done. Well, we've finished cleaning out as much as I'm going to. There's bits around the edges. That'll get done when they get turned out in the spring. This pen back here isn't particularly clean, but they don't go in there anyway. We keep a gap between the young ones and the old ones. So all I got left to do now is stick the posts back in, let them in here and bed them up. So we'll get to sticking some posts in. Hopefully they'll go in the holes. They didn't want to come out very easy, but give it a go. I'm going to have to end up nudging them all in with a handler, which is not ideal, but is there any way they're going to go in? I'm pretty sure this is standard practice across the industry for a post that won't go in. Headstock of the handler, gentle nudge. There he is. So as you can see, it's dark. I'm just bedding up the last shed. Just chucked straw in the wagon here, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a bird's eye view of the straw chopping as we go. So I apologise if you can't see a lot, but here you are. I am done. I'm just writing down how much straw I used to bed up these cattle after cleaning them out. We record all the straw here and feed every day, which is a bit unusual. Not many places do that, but makes you realise just how much straw you use when you record it all. Leave that there for Phil in the morning. Right, light off. That's dark. Just got to shut a few doors and let the cattle back to the feed after bedding them up. And I am done for the night. I'm going home. It takes a fair while here just to shut everything back and let it all out again, because there's 3 sheds and long passageways and lots of gates and various things, but we'll be home in a minute. Gus needs a bath. He is absolutely disgusting. So that'll be job number 1 when we get home. But there you are, look. That's the result of cleaning out. Got loads of concrete there to scrape onto now. All that stacked up on the side. Ready to go out in the spring. It helps cleaning them out as well, because it lets it all break down in the pit, in the Midden. If you spread straw dung straight out of the shed, it never spreads as well. It's not broken down. So by putting it in there to rot down and then moving it, it'll break down. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you again to all the new subs. Hope you enjoy the videos. Be back with another one either Wednesday or Sunday, depending on what day this comes out. So have a good one, guys. See you soon. Cheerio.